Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video I'm going to be testing out Revolution Pro. I've done a full face of their makeup. This is the result. So if you want to see the products that I used and my opinions, then please keep watching. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to prep my skin with the Ulla Henriksen Truth Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. So I'm just going to put one pump all over my face. So next I'm going to go in with my primer, and I've got the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Primer. Okay, so it looks like that. I just went in with it was only one pump really, but because obviously the first pump doesn't pump out loads of product. And then I'm just going to blend this in. Okay, that actually feels really nice. Also, so I just want to say about my skin. So I've actually got a condition. It's like a skin picking condition, where basically I can't stop picking my skin. So yeah, I've kind of been going through it the worst the last couple of months, but I'm getting so much better at it. So I'm trying my hardest not to pick. So this on my face is actually all scarring. So yeah, I'm using bio oil every single night, so I'm hoping that it's just gonna slowly fade away. But yeah, so please excuse how bad my skin looks. So that has actually dried down really matte. My skin's looking glowy, so yeah, I like that so far. So for foundation, I'm gonna go in with the CC Perfecting Foundation. And this is in the shade F5.7. So it's got a little pump. I've heard a lot of good things about this foundation. I've heard that it's actually like the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream or whatever it is. Yeah, that one. There we go. Right. It's quite a generous pump. So that's how much I've got out. So just gonna blend it in. So when I use my It Cosmetics one, I usually go in with one pump all over my face. This is actually really thick, so I'm hoping that it's gonna cover up all my scarring. But I have heard a lot of good things, and watching reviews and stuff on YouTube, a lot of people have said how good it is. I love a CC cream because sometimes it's just it's just nice to wear a tinted moisturiser or just something instead of foundation that's actually got skincare ingredients in it. It feels really weird putting makeup on. I haven't worn makeup since before we was all in lockdown. This is such a good colour as well. Okay, so I've done one pump so far, and that's gone all basically all over. It just hasn't covered my forehead, so I'm going to use a little bit more. I don't really want a full pump, so I've just sort of done half. So I'm just going to blend that out over my forehead. Now I know because this isn't full coverage, I'm not expecting it to completely cover up all my scarring, but it is looking good so far. When I apply my foundation, I like to press it in instead of sweep it on. I sweep it on at first, but then I sort of just buff it in, so it really blends into my skin properly. I am on my last fake tan day, so I exfoliated a little bit last night. So I am due to exfoliate again tonight. So quite a lot of my tan has actually come off, so I think if I was tanned, this foundation would probably be a little bit too light, but it's nice for like a natural colour. I'm sure this is meant to be a matte foundation. On the back it just says full coverage, moisture rich CC foundation with hyaluronic acid, collagen and antioxidants, SPF 30. So it looks matte, but it also like has a glow through it. I don't know if it looks matte because of the primer that I used. Okay, so I think that is pretty blended. I do like to blend for a while because I just like to make sure that it's all like properly in the skin. So for concealer, I got the Revolution Pro Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer in the shade C2. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit onto my concealer brush, and then I'm just going to... Wow, this is thick. Oh my god, I didn't expect it to be that thick. This is so thick. Well, I don't know if I'm a fan of this. I actually got the dark shade as well because I thought that I could like use it to contour with. Yeah, but I don't really know how I feel about it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it for contour. It's not going to blend very well. Just going to put a little bit on my forehead. And just down my nose. And then I'm just going to go on my sponge and just blend that in. I like to, when I blend in my concealer, I like to blend in like my forehead and my nose first, and then I'll blend in my under eyes because I like to let the concealer like set a little bit. Okay, that has actually blended in really nicely. I'm just going to bounce one over quickly. Right, and then I'm actually really scared of this because I feel like it's like clay. Oh my god, it's so thick. I'm going to just bring it above my eyelid as well. I feel like I've got so much product on there, but there wasn't really a way. I suppose unless you maybe use your finger. Maybe I should have tried that for the other eye. Now I feel like I look like a ghost. I mean, that is actually a really nice concealer. And it doesn't feel heavy or thick or anything like under my eye. Yeah, like I wouldn't say I can feel it. But when I'm pressing this in, it's like it feels really sticky, like as if I've got loads of concealer on there. I'm just gonna go over my eyelids with the brush to blend that in because I feel like I need to try and get some of the product off. I wouldn't say it's like a brightening concealer. It's just sort of, it's kind of like the It Cosmetics Barber Under Eye, and obviously I know with that one, like obviously you don't need a lot. So I think maybe squeezing a little bit of this on your finger and then like just tapping it in would probably be a better way to use it. It's just more of like a cover instead of, you know, like a highlighting concealer. Which, to be fair, like that is actually what I like in a concealer. I like to highlight with it. I don't like to go too crazy, but yeah, it definitely does cover. It has covered my bags. I don't know if you can see, but it has definitely covered my bags. But now I feel like I'm looking so oily. So for powder, I've actually got this Hydra Matte Translucent Setting Powder. So it just looks like that. And then it says Translucent Setting Powder, Ultra Fine Mattifying Powder with Hyaluronic Acid. So I feel like all these products are like infused with hyaluronic acid, which is actually really good because obviously that's like skincare in makeup. So I've also got the CC Perfecting Pressed Powder, which contains hyaluronic acid and oxidants. And I've got this in the shade Warm Beige. It looks so pretty. So what I was thinking was using this one for like all over my face and then like using this one for like just under my eyes just to set that concealer. Because I quite like to use a pressed powder for underneath my eyes because I feel like it smooths everything out. So I took off all the external packaging, but like I didn't go through and take off the inside one. Oh my god, that's just gone everywhere. Fabulous. So it's got like a little It's almost like a sieve. You know, like what you would cook with. Feels a bit weird. So I've got my, this is a Real Techniques powder sponge. So I'm just gonna, don't really know how you use this, but you just press it. Oh, okay. Yep, so you just press down on it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my under eyes with this, and then I'm gonna go in with the cream bronzer that I bought. And then I'm going to set all over my face. I just want to set my under eyes because I don't want them to crease. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. This is an absolute fail. Why do I look like this on the camera? Oh my god, what the hell? I keep tasting it. I'm just looking in the viewfinder thing and I look crazy. But I don't look like that on the mirror. Let's try and get rid of this. I need to just put a bit on my eyelids. I mean, that has actually set it really well. Okay, it's kind of blending in a little bit. That's actually a really nice powder, but I just don't understand why it's looking like that. I don't know if you can actually see it or if it's just coming up on my screen, but I feel that there's like whites cast all over my under eyes where I've just put that powder. Oh wow, can't wait to use that all over my face. Okay, right, I think we're kind of looking half normal now. Definitely didn't taste nice either. Right, so I'm going to go in with it's the same concealer that I just used in the shade C14. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this just to bronze with. Now, I've learned my lesson at how thick it is. So I'm literally just going to put a tiny bit on the back of my hand. And then, oh my god, it feels even thicker with my thick. Like, honestly, can you like see that? How thick that is. I can't believe it. Right. Just do a few dots there and there. There. Oh, I really don't like how thick this is. I think I might just have to just use it, like I said, like just underneath my eyes, tiny bit with my fingers. Definitely not for bronzing. Like, look, is that a joke? So I'm just gonna. I'm really scared because I don't feel like this is gonna blend at all. Wow. Okay. Okay, that actually blended quite easily, but I do feel like it's looking quite muddy. And I've definitely got too much here. I didn't even put a lot on. Like, honestly, the amount that I squeezed out was the tiniest bit and I still wiped loads off. Oh my god. Come on. Let's get rid of this as much as we possibly can. That side doesn't look too bad. And then that side will just look like a little bit of a nutcase. I think that looks a bit better. Oh god, this is going to be even worse. Right. Here we go. Pray for me. Oh my god. I should have just not put this on. I've completely ruined it. Definitely blends so much better with a sponge. Like, I find when I've been putting brushes on it, like when I put the concealer on straight away with the brush, and then obviously this brush to blend it out, it's almost like the brush bristles are just sticking to the product. Okay, now that's actually blended out, I don't think that looks too bad. I think it's kind of just given me a little bit of definition and a bit of colour. This cheek is probably the worst. So I'm going to go back in with that powder that goes everywhere. I mean, this is a really nice powder, like it's actually making my face look so mattified, and I absolutely love like a matte finish. Like I've kind of not worn highlighter for a while. I mean, I did actually pick up a highlighter just because I wanted to try it out because it was their new one, but I kind of just like just having it plain matte. Right, so I'm just going to try and now blend all this in because I look weird on the camera. So I'm really hoping to keep uploading for you guys, because when I done this order, I ordered like loads of Revolution stuff as well. So obviously this is the Revolution Pro, but I actually ordered loads of their original stuff. I've tried their stuff before and I absolutely love it, but I'd never tried their Pro stuff, which is why obviously I wanted to try this out. And I've had some of their like bits from like all their new ranges for a while, which I wanted to try out. And like last year when I was doing my videos and stuff, I kind of got on a roll with it. Like I kind of was filming a lot and then uploading a lot, and then quite a few things happened and I just come down like in a big crash, and I just lost motivation for everything, and I just didn't want to do it for a while now. I've like really wanted to try and get back into it because I do love just sitting here and just like playing with makeup and, you know, telling people what I think is good and stuff. Since we've been in this lockdown, like it's really made me think, like, why don't I use this time to actually do this? So yeah, hopefully nothing happens and I can stick with it. But obviously if like anyone has any sort of video ideas and things that they'd like me to do or test out or whatever, then please do let me know because that would really help as well. So I think all the powder is blended in now. So I just filmed putting on the 2 pressed powders and realised that I wasn't actually filming, so I've put basically this one on underneath my eyes and on my forehead, and then this one I use as my bronzer. So what I was saying was they have actually brought out a new bronzer in this range. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like same sort of packaging and stuff, but the shade that I wanted was actually out of stock, and I was like, oh, I could wait for it to get back in stock, but I just wanted to order it, so like I had it all, and so I could also do the video and stuff. So I do tend to go for like a what's it called, like a pressed powder in a darker shade as my bronzer because it gives you more coverage and it's completely matte. So yeah, so I thought, you know what, I'll just go for that. So I basically got the shade Warm Golden, which looks like that. And it's a really nice shade. It actually looks like my one from MAC, the Mineralized Skin Finish, Give Me Sun. It looks like that. And yeah, so I've applied that to my cheeks and my forehead. But it's actually such a nice colour. Like I'll definitely use it again. Yeah, it's just given such a nice finish on my skin. And it's quite pigmented, I don't know if you can see. So I also picked up the Blush and Lift, and it says a highly pigmented buildable liquid blush that provides an instant lift in the shade Peaches. So it's like that. So as you can see, it's like a really nice peach colour, and I love all of their packaging. It's so nice. Like all the gold, it's just, yeah, it's so pretty. It just looks so much more expensive than it is. So it's like a doe foot applicator. Don't know if you can see that. They don't actually do, well, I don't know if they have got powdered blushes from like their old stuff, but in this new gold collection, they haven't actually brought out a powdered blush. Like I'm praying that they're going to, because like I think it's going to be so good. So yeah, so I got this one. I've never actually used a liquid blush before, I have got the Iconic London one in my drawer, which I'm going to use when I do another video. So I am quite intrigued. So I don't really know, like, what do I just... Oh wow. I don't know if I should have done this before I powdered, or how much do I do? Maybe I'll just do one cheek first. Right, I'm gonna go in with the other side. It has, like, that's just stained. That's not, there's no product on there. And I have washed it. So I'm just gonna blend that in. But I literally love this colour. When I saw this colour, I was like, that is the perfect colour blush. Oh wow, that's beautiful. That is so nice. I don't know, it just makes my skin look like it's glowing a little bit. I think because it's liquid, obviously it's got like that shine to it. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more here. I like to put it on like the apples of my cheeks, but then I also like to bring it back so it like kind of blends in with my bronzer. And I do also like to put a little bit of blush on the nose. So I just think that looks so natural and nice. Now I'm going to put a tiny bit more on this side just because I feel like this side's got a little bit more. Absolutely love that blusher. Like I said, I've never used a liquid blusher before, but I think that actually looks really nice and it's blended in with the bronzer so nicely. I am going to go in with my bronzer brush. This is the MAC 150S brush. And I'm just going to make sure that it's all completely blended. And I just like to pat that in. Because I'm using a pressed powder and not a bronzer, I mean, to be fair, like obviously a bronzer is powdered anyway, but I find using like if you use a pressed powder and then you like press it in, it gives you a lot more coverage on your like cheeks, on your cheek area and stuff. So yeah, that's why I kind of like to press it in, and it also just looks a bit more like seamless and stuff. So for my eyebrows, I picked up the dark brown. This is just eyebrow pencil. I think that's all it's called. It literally just says brow pencil, dark brown, and it looks like that. And this feels so heavy, like feels so heavy. It's got the pencil on one end, and then it's got the spoolie on the other. But yeah, it feels really, really expensive, like it feels really heavy. And then to go on top of that, I've got the Volume and Sculpt Dark Brown Brow Gel, which just looks like that. Right, I'm just gonna brush my brows. My brows need doing so bad, like it's an actual joke. I've actually ordered, so before all of this happened with like the lockdown and stuff, I actually put myself into a lash lift and brow lamination course, just because I just wanted to do something different. Like I thought, even if it's just going to be a hobby, I just wanted to do something and learn something, because I like to learn different things and, you know, have something to focus on and stuff. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do that. So I booked myself into that back in January. I was actually meant to do it in March, and obviously because of the lockdown and everything, that they obviously couldn't have me there, which is completely understandable. So they've said that I can actually do the online course. I could have waited if I wanted to, or I can do the online course while I'm at home, and then when I go there, like when all the lockdown's over, I can go there and they'll show me like a practical assessment there. So I thought, do you know what, I may as well do that, because I'm not really doing anything else other than working. I'm not really doing anything, and yeah, I just wanted to learn it. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do it at home. So I ordered a lash lift kit to do my eyebrows and my lashes. Now I am actually qualified in beauty. I've done beauty at college. So I done eyelash perming and tinting there. So I kind of know the basics for the lashes, and I know that the eyebrows is kind of the same sort of thing, but obviously you're doing it on your eyebrows. There's a few differences, but I know it's basically the same, because you can use a lash lift kit on your eyebrows. So yeah, obviously once I've learned that, once that stuff comes and I've gone through like my courses and stuff and like that, obviously if that's something that you would like to see me film, then obviously I can show you me doing that. So yeah, just let me know, obviously, if that's something that you would like to see. I just draw over the tail. I usually draw it a tiny bit longer than my eyebrow is because I like them to be a little bit longer. And then I usually lightly underneath and lightly on top. I don't like to put too much product there. And then I basically just do like light strokes. This eyebrow pencil is so nice. You can do like really fine strokes with it, and you really don't need to put like much pressure on. And then I just go in with the brush, spoolie, whatever, and just brush it all through. Now I do like my eyebrows quite natural. Usually I've got tint in them because I do usually tint them, but like I say, I'm waiting for my kits and stuff to come, so I've kind of let them get so bad so they'll be perfect for when I do the lamination on them. So now I'm just gonna go over the top with the brow gel. So again, I'm starting at the arch. If this was a clear if this was a clear brow gel, you could just go straight in at the front. But obviously, because it's got colour in it, you don't you don't want to just straight in with all the product that's come out of the bottle going at the front, because it would just make the front really dark, and obviously we've just made it that ombre. So you basically want to put most of the product on the arch and on the tail, and then you just want to lightly go through the front and like get lighter as you go more towards the front. And I like to just brush upwards because I like my eyebrows to be upwards. Yeah, that's another reason I can't wait for them to be laminated. So you can just see, after just putting that brow gel in, how much fuller my eyebrow looks, but it still looks really natural. I like the fact it's got like a little applicator as well, like a little wand, because some brow gels you can have like a massive wand on them, and I just think that's sometimes a little bit difficult. So I like it to be like quite precise. Both of them eyebrow products are actually really nice. That pencil was so easy to use, it was really creamy. I found like the nib was like really fine, so I could really get like fine hair strokes, which, like I said, I like because it's more of a natural brow. And that brow gel is really nice because it's got really nice colour to it. And also, neither of the products, they're both obviously in the same colour, dark brown, but neither of them have that warm undertone, and I really don't like it when an eyebrow product has like a warm undertone, because like your eyebrows can look slightly orange, and obviously not slating anyone that's got orange hair, but I don't have orange hair, so I don't want orange eyebrows. So yeah, it's really nice, like cool toned dark brown. Okay, so I didn't actually pick up a mascara because I don't actually think they do one. They definitely don't do one in this new collection that they've brought out. I don't know whether they've done one previously, but I don't think that they did, because I was looking through and I couldn't find one. So I've just gone ahead and done my mascara off camera, and I also didn't pick up any eyeshadow because I have actually got a Revolution Pro eyeshadow palette from previously. I'm not sure if I've used it on my channel or not, but yeah, it's their colourful one. But they did actually bring out little like quads in this range, and they're like quads of like 4 eyeshadows, but most of the shades were sold out when I went to get them. And also I thought, you know what, I'm probably not really going to use that other than this video, so I just didn't bother, because I just usually put like a little bit of bronzer in my crease and that's about it, unless I go out, which is very rare, and if I do, it'd be something quite dramatic. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just not going to bother, I'm just going to skip that step. So I put a little bit of that powder, like that pressed powder that I use for my bronzer, in my crease and just a little bit under my lash line, and I went in with mascara as well. The mascara I used was absolutely rubbish, but I don't have any good mascaras because I used to have lash extensions all the time. I've had lash extensions for about a year now. So I don't have any good mascaras. They've all like dried up and they're all rubbish. The only one I've got is the one that I got from Revolution, but obviously I want to use that for my other video. So yeah, my lashes don't look great, and I also don't have any, I've got a couple of pairs of like strip lashes, but yeah, they're just not great. So I'm just not going to bother putting them on either, but we'll just have to live with what the eyelashes are looking like. The next product that I'm going to use is the highlighting potion, which is liquid highlighter that gives the skin an instant glow. So it just looks like that. This feels really expensive, that's it. So it's got like the little applicator with like the slanted tip at the end, which is the same as like the Iconic London ones. So I'm just going to apply, oh, right, definitely didn't mean to do that. Just going to apply a little bit. I don't know what those are. I'll just use this again. Right. It's quite oily, but that is quite nice because I like, if I go for a highlighter, I prefer it to be more of like a natural sheen more than like glittery or whatever. To go on top of that, and like I said, I only got this because it was new and it does look really, really nice. So I picked up the new Luster highlighter, highly pigmented, easily blendable highlighter in the shade Golden Rose. And look at that. Like, that is just so pretty. Right, so let's just swatch it. So that is what the swatch looks like. Like, honestly, that is just so pretty. I can't find my usual highlighting brush, so I'm just going to use this one just to go over the top. Oh wow, that is actually a really nice highlighter. I mean, like, when I go out and stuff, I still like to wear highlighter because obviously my looks will be a lot more dramatic, but just like on a, you know, if I'm just going out for the day and I just want to wear a bit of makeup, I just don't tend to like it anymore. Just prefer more of a natural look. But like I said, for the purpose of this video, I really wanted to try this out. And the potion that I just used as well, because like I say, it's really similar to the Iconic London one. So now I'm just going to go on my bronzer brush again and just make sure it's all blended. Okay, and then the last products that I've got were the Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick. It says with hyaluronic acid and peptides, and then the gloss says with collagen, hyaluronic acid and peptides. And then I got the liquid lipstick in the shade Swerve, and then the gloss in the shade Tainted. So they're just like that. So I thought, do you know what, I just thought I wanted to try both. So that's what the applicator's like. Okay, so, and I didn't get a lip liner because, again, I don't know if they had some from before, but with this collection they didn't have any. It's weird, I never ever do my lips without lip liner. It feels like really quite glossy and silky. I'm just going to go in with the gloss on top of it. And this one is exactly the same, but obviously it's just in a gloss. It's funny, I like matte skin and then a glossy lip. Last product, and I'm not going to forget, this is the Hydra Matte Fix and Spray with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. So it just looks like that. Wow, that comes out like, that's really powerful. And that feels really nice. So guys, that is the finished makeup look. What did you think? I actually think it's really nice. Love the foundation. Concealer, I like the concealer, but definitely would use it in a different way, like I said, with my finger. Tiny bit. If you're going to get it, just use a tiny bit. Love the powders. The loose powder, I like it, it's really, really nice, and it's made my skin look so flawless, but yeah, it just looked a bit weird on the camera, and I don't know if it picked up with you guys, but it was looking weird on my like viewfinder thing. So yeah, but I still like it. I literally like everything. I like the eyebrows. The highlighter was okay, but you know, well, the highlighter was good, but I just prefer the look without it, to be honest, because I just think my skin looks better without highlighter. And the lips, really, really nice. The gloss is so glossy. The matte liquid lipstick, if you wanted to wear it on its own, it still felt really like hydrating, which is really nice. And the setting spray was lovely. But yeah, literally liked all of these products. So